What up, everybody? It's your boy Randomnews, and before we start tonight's episode, I need to let you know that this episode is not safe for work, and you really shouldn't let your kids watch this episode, because the dude we're covering tonight is a pretty sick individual, and this episode is going to be pretty messed up. So, light up now, because the show is about to start.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
We rolling? Okay. We're here in the slums of Covington, Kentucky, otherwise known as the place where dreams come to die. And as you can see by our surroundings, that this place isn't fit for any human to live here. Now we're outside the home of known chomo Cecil Wayne Carroll, a man known for coming online and confessing to sleeping with a 9 and a 10-year-old. If that's not what the fuck?
I mean, why are you guys calling me a pedophile? Well, we were doing shit behind our parents' back. We were doing sexual shit.
Oh, hold on. Don't start the story yet. My battery's going dead. Let me switch the camera.
Sorry, got food on my teeth.
I can see that.
Huh.
Now, you were starting to say how you molested a 9 and a 10-year-old?
Them girls approached me with this shit. I feel like them girls were molested because they were approaching me and my brother, Joey, with it.
Sorry to say, but only a goofy would believe an excuse that stupid. So you're known for molesting kids that you were hired to babysit, am I right?
I got busted doing things with her sexually.
You know how fucking sick you sound right now, right?
You know how kids are.
You tripping.
I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
So when exactly were you outed for being a pervert and a chomo?
So my sister was going around
Sister?
saying I was a child molester.
Wow.
I wasn't doing anything she didn't want me to do. She told me to do it.
You're clearly a monster. And why would anybody leave you around kids?
Well, we were babysitting them.
Babysitting them? You're one sick fuck. Hey, where you going? This interview's not over yet.
Why the fuck should I continue to keep putting up with this?
Man, what a weirdo. We rolling? As you can see, your boy C-Love is still terrorizing the streets of Covington, Kentucky. And he's been up to some weird shit lately. And you're gonna learn all about it tonight, because we're gonna go check up on this chomo. And tonight's episode of Randomnews Presents. Man, I hope y'all got the best shit you can find, because you're definitely gonna need to roll up for this episode, because your boy Cecil's back, and he done put his foot in his mouth even more than he usually does. And for those of you who are familiar with him, you already know what's up. But for those who are new to the channel, let me give you a quick recap of who Cecil is. You see, Cecil first came to YouTube under the name Highstreet Productions, with his best friend that he calls Gutter, and he called himself C-Love, and they started a SoundCloud rap career, and things started to look promising for him. They even started doing live shows around Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah, I smoke it in a ball, I smoke it in a blunt, I smoke it with my girl every first in the month.
And they built a little bit of a following. That was until C-Love decided that they were going to start doing heroin. And then they really messed their careers up. And things only got worse for Cecil when his family turned against him, and his sister came and told a dark secret, that he molested an 8 and a 10-year-old when he was left alone with him, and how she almost had to hit him in the head with a 40 bottle. And after that, everybody started to turn on Cecil.
Since that rumor, I told my friend, my partner in rhyme, Gutter, about it. And one time he got mad at me when me and him fell out and we wasn't friends for a while. He told Intense that bullshit.
Intense is another local rapper. Doesn't like Cecil at all.
He went to Intense, took his side on the whole Cecil Crack Corn diss song.
I mean, after what he did, I think anybody would.
And all that shit. And spilled some shit that he didn't know he was talking about at the time.
More like he just told the truth, just like his sister did.
That he did not know the true details of. Even though Intense did meet the girls that supposedly this happened, they could say whatever they want to you, Mitch. I know the truth and the girls know the truth.
And since the girls told Intense he did it, I guess they were telling the truth.
I'm here to clear my name and explain what happened. Since it's out there in the public, since Intense has got it out there in the public that about this so-called kid thing, I think it's my responsibility as a rap artist, a public figure, spokesman of the city.
And let's not forget what Cecil told us about his city.
And there's a sex offender that lives 2 doors down that way, 4 doors down that way, across the street behind Shell Station, right next door to fucking Dairy Queen, and a couple houses up towards this way. There's 5 sex offenders 2 blocks that way.
I guess that's why he always says,
My city made me who I am today.
I can see why.
To speak on it and explain it, because it's stopping me from getting features, it's stopping me from getting venues, shows, it's stopping people from really even giving my music a chance at all.
Yeah, once your boy got outed as a chomo, as you can see, he couldn't give tickets away to his show, just empty venues.
Simply because of the rumor.
And his explanation for the so-called rumor would be the end of his career forever. Listen to this shit.
When I was 15, 16, and 17, I lived with my aunt. My mom's cousin, actually, but I consider her my aunt. She had 2 daughters who I would babysit, who was like 5 or 6 years younger than me and my brothers and sisters.
There he goes trying to downplay it. Remember, his sister said at the time he was 17, and he was left alone with a 1-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old. This dude's sick.
Me, her, and her sister was doing shit behind our parents' back because we were rebelling preteens.
No more like the dude was just a teenager taking advantage of 2 kids. What a fucking chomo.
Well, we were doing shit behind our parents' back. We were doing sexual shit. And them girls approached me with this shit. I feel like them girls were molested because they were approaching me and my brother, Joey, with it. Like messing with this. But we were babysitting.
So this asshole wants you to believe at 17, he was babysitting a 1-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and they molested him and his brother. This dude must have been doing some real hard drugs if he thinks anybody's gonna believe that bullshit.
And when I got busted doing things with her sexually.
This shit really makes you wish she really hit him with that 40 bottle, doesn't it?
So my sister was going around saying I was a child molester.
I mean, that would be an accurate description, right?
So with my sister spreading that rumor for so long, and the girl even going along with it and saying that that's what I did too, because she was embarrassed and didn't want anybody to know that that she was willing to do it, that she was the reason why it was even happening in the first place. She didn't want that part to be known. So she went along with my sister. Yeah, that's what he did. He molested me. No, I didn't. You know I didn't.
Yeah, you're looking at the face of a whole goofy. Now he's sitting here blaming the victims, an 8 and a 10-year-old, because he slept with them. Because, you know, he's the victim here. And when you try to explain to this dumbass that a 10-year-old can't make a decision on having sex with a 17-year-old, he likes to say stupid shit like this.
10-year-olds, a lot of them are pretty developed.
And the shit like that just makes people's point that he's guilty as hell.
If I was guilty, I'd be out there trying to explain myself every day.
And since he's online trying to explain himself every day, I guess it's safe to say that your boy's guilty as shit. But now that you're all caught up, I'm gonna take a quick break. So why don't you roll up some good shit, because the show's just getting started.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Kanika literally fades away into a water bottle.
Randomnews don't even fucking know me.
We are here in Covington, Kentucky, where we are going undercover to catch Cecil and Carol, known as C-Love, in tonight's episode of To Catch a Predator.
Okay, out of the vehicle.
Hey, come on in.
Walking into our undercover house is 39-year-old Cecil and Carol. He's driven 2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12 and home alone. We've hired this 19-year-old actress, Casey, to be our decoy. Cecil seems to think she's the 12-year-old virgin he's been chatting with online for the past month. He tells the decoy about his fantasy of being with a young girl.
I sent penis pics to kids. A lot of young girls look like they're 18 or older. This new generation of kids, they are developed a lot more than what they used to be.
At one point, he tells her his hobby is taking pictures of himself masturbating. At one point, he seems to fear she might be a policewoman.
Some girl screenshot me after hounding to see my wiener. The chick tried to set me up.
But as you can see, that doesn't stop him from showing up.
You seem pretty confident on the internet in terms of what you wanted to do.
What was your plan tonight?
I was just playing along.
He's taken away in an unmarked car and brought to a police station where he's booked, photographed, and brought in for questioning.
If only that video was real, right? Because this chomo really does need to be put behind bars. But let's get back to the story. Now, the last time we left your boy, he was being disposed by a few of our fellow YouTubers.
Are these the same people that are harassing me?
More like they were just telling the truth. And the truth got him so paranoid that him and everybody in his chat started making up crazy lies about Shredder and RV.
Also, they came to your house because of me? They were dressed like Jehovah's Witnesses? How disturbing is that for them to go buy tuxedos to try to appeal as FBI agents?
Now, after watching these goofies talk like that, I knew your boy had to be back on the drugs. And when he posted one of his most recent videos, well, the evidence was right there. Because your boy looks like he's dying. I mean, really, this is how he looked 3 years ago when I first exposed him.
You're missing the whole fucking point of why I went to Kanika's case with Paranormal in the first place.
And as you can see, in that short period of time, the drugs have got to your boy. And this done turned his paranoia up to like 100. Check it out.
This is not a live stream. This is a upload, so I'm allowed to do this. We all know I have a CPX2 9mm handgun.
Yeah, somebody gave this crackhead a gun, as if he wasn't already reckless enough with weapons.
Cecil? What the hell are you doing?
Getting the cat out of my stuff.
Let's just hope the cat doesn't get into his stuff when he's walking around all hied up playing with his gun.
We all know it's loaded with 10 rounds of 9mm ammunition. We know this. As you can see, it's 9mm. As you can see, 9mm. Let me release this. That way when I do that, it doesn't chamber one. Hold on, Sandra, give me a second.
Now, leaving a drug addict alone with a loaded gun and a child isn't a very good idea, especially when the moron already almost shot himself.
You know, oil this up. Oil this up.
And judging by that clip, you can already see this scenario just bound to happen.
Man, put that down, man. Come on, Chatter.
All right. Fuck that shit. Fuck.
Trust, we're gonna be calling him Cecil Bob soon enough.
There's a reason why I brung this up.
Yeah, it's because those drugs got him tripping, and you're about to hear why right now.
To the person following me home from work today, and you honk your horn because I didn't care to pay no attention to you, just know I always have my protection on me, bro.
See what I mean about that paranoia? Now when you mix those drugs up, you'll believe anything. And now he believes that some random person in the car is Shredder or RV following him.
Like, literally, you honked your horn. So, what did I do? I pulled over and parked in a factory parking lot. What did you do? You cut left and went down the other street. What's the point of even stalking me if you don't have any intentions on doing anything? You are literally stalking me just because you want me to make videos about it.
See, this dude really needs to leave the drugs alone, because the paranoia has got him thinking that Shredder and RV are stalking him in his own town. They live nowhere near him. This is kind of like the time he got all hied up and thought he saw Brian Laundrie at the drive-thru.
He'll look in the mirror. But the dude looks just like Brian fucking Laundrie, bro.
Now, when you mix drug use, cloud chasing, and stupidity, you'll see anything. Thank God the lady at the drive-thru had to set your boy straight, because the drugs had his brain going all over the place.
The dude in that driver's seat looked just like Brian Laundrie.
Kinda. It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
What an idiot. So when you hear him say he sees YouTubers stalking him, just know it's the drug stalking.
Stalking a total stranger just because you're jealous of me.
And this dude's delusional if he thinks anybody could be jealous of him, especially since he's only known for being a chomo and a dumbass. And he showed just how dumb he was when he made it to the store, because your boy walked around bragging like he always does.
I keep money, bro. I keep money.
And you're about to see just how true that statement is in this next clip. Check it out.
Now, I grew up in the hood.
And by that statement alone, you know this story's about to be golden.
I know what it's like to have a bad perception, misconception. Such a bad misconception about other people. When I lived in the hood,
Them drugs got your boy's brain scrambled.
well, I bumped into a guy who was clearly from the ghetto. He was a black dude, about in his 40s, and he's an alcoholic and a fucking crackhead, dude.
And a normal person would have kept it moving, but not Cecil.
This guy, this drunken fool, is walking around the store next door, harassing people, trying to get them to come out of their pockets to try to gamble on a fucking red card game.
In this case, we'll call it 3-card goofy.
He walks up to me because I pull up in a 2017 Volkswagen that is not mine, that I don't own. It's not my car. I can never afford that.
Like he needed to tell us he couldn't afford something.
He just assumes I have fucking money because he's seen me doing a money transaction with the guy at the store.
And dude knew full well he spotted himself a goofy.
So this idiot, fucking crackhead, moron, smelled beer on his breath, walking around with 3 cards in his hand, bent up cards. Fucking, hey man, come here, come outside real quick. I need you for a second, come here.
And since he pretty much just described this dude as being the scum of the earth, you would think he would have just ignored him, right?
I just want you to do me a favor because I owe my friend $30 and he thinks I'm dishonest and doesn't think I'm going to give him his change because I can't get change here at the store. Do you have change for 100?
Now anybody with 2 brain cells would naturally just say no.
I said, yes, I do.
I said anybody with 2 brain cells.
And I looked in my change for 50. I said, yeah, I think so. I looked in my wallet and he's seen the 200s that I had and plus $100 for myself.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Why would you open your wallet around a complete stranger who you just described as a...
And he's an alcoholic and a fucking crackhead, dude.
What a dumbass.
I had $100 for myself, plus I won $100 on a $1 lottery ticket. Well, 100 of it was from my paycheck. It's my spending money for the week.
100 for the week, yet he's on here bragging.
I keep money, bro. The other 100 was from me spending money on a lottery ticket, and I won $100 in the store a few minutes prior, right?
And after that, you would think he would have just took his dumb ass home.
Well, he pulls me outside. He said, all I need is you to help me show my friend that I'm not a ripoff. I need you to act like that you won a bunch of money from me. That way he can trust me and I can just let him win and get his money back.
Now this is hustling 101. And since your boy claims to be psychic, you would think he would have saw this coming a mile away.
So, throughout the whole ordeal, I'm supposed to go in this thing, helping him, acting like I'm betting, but not really betting. I told him, like, look, bro, I cannot bet this money. This is my car money. I have to have this money. This is for my car registration. If I don't have this money, I don't get a car. I'm fucked. I cannot lose this money. I'm not betting this money off.
And dude was sitting there thinking to himself, like I give a fuck.
He goes like, he's like, all right, man, just when my friend pulls up, just say yes to the questions. I'm like, all right.
Just like a goofy would.
So he's like, all right, before my friend pulls up, I want you to pull out $100 and say, yeah, I got 100 for 100.
He gave your boy a script.
So when his friend pulled up, he's like, come on over here, man. We're going to do this again. I'm going to show you that I'm not a fraud, and I'm going to get you back your $30 out of you. Just talking to his friend. So he starts flipping the cards, switching the cards around, and I can see where the red card is the whole time. And I guessed where the red, he's like, you got 100 to back this 100? I was like, yes, I do.
You can't make this shit up.
And it was all supposed to be just for play to trick his friend into believing that he's a decent person. I was trying to help this guy, guys. I was trying to help him win his friend back.
No. I would try to help him with his friend back. What a goofy.
I was like, yeah, it's game on. So he said, all right, $100. You said yes for $100 on the 100. So if you guess where the red card is, you'll not only get your 100 back, but you'll also win 100. but you gotta give my friend $30. I said, that's the deal.
So let me get this straight. If Cecil wins, he has to give this dude's friend $30. How does this make sense at all? What a goofy.
I guessed where the red card was, and you know what this dumbass said? He said, nah, bro, I was asking my friend where the red card is. I was like, bro, that don't even make any sense. You did, and he snatched the 100 out of my hand.
He ran up on your boy Cecil like,
yoink, hey!
And he said, don't worry, you can win it back, You never lose on the red, This dude never gave me my 100 back.
How you gonna get robbed with a gun on your hip?
He took 50 out of his pocket, handed it to his friend, put the 100 that he stole from me in his back pocket. They both turned around and walked right into the fucking barbershop. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure they were saying the same thing because he fell for that dumbass trick.
Wow, dude, I just told you that I do not agree to play this money or to gamble this money. You asked me to come out here because you needed a favor to manipulate your friend into thinking that you were a good, honest person. And look what the fuck you just did. You just ripped me off for 100 that I did not agree with betting off. I don't know you.
And if Cecil would have called the cops, the only eyewitness to the story would have only heard Cecil say this.
He's like, you got 100 to back this 100? I was like, yes, I do. I was like, yeah, it's game on. So he said, all right, $100. You said yes for $100 on the 100.
What an idiot. He's the same dumbass that always lets it go.
I'm not dumb.
Come on, buddy.
I don't know why you guys think I'm dumb. Fucking, where's the red card? Motherfucker, give me my $100. I came home, I was angry, I was slamming doors.
Basically, your boy was big mad.
I told Hetty was like, why didn't you fucking pull a gun on him? He fucking robbed you.
Because his gun is only
there for looks. I was like, you can't pull a gun on somebody who rips you off on a fucking card game.
The only time the gun's ever going to go off is when he accidentally shoots himself in the foot.
He acted like I justifiably lost $100. I'm like, dude, I never fucking agreed to play, dumbass.
Says the dumbass that just got hustled.
So be careful out there, guys. When you all see people walking around with 3 cards and one of them's red, and they tell you to come here, do me a favor, run. Run away.
Yeah, it only took your boy $100 to learn that lesson.
Not only are they tricking their friend out of their money, but they're tricking you out of you tricking their friend out of you tricking yourself out of your trick money.
And I don't know what drugs you gotta be on to make whatever he just said make sense.
That money belonged to my kid, bro. It doesn't matter that I won $100 at lottery. That was my daughter's money, bro. That money was going back in her bank. It was going back in her safe.
I got a question. Why is this goofy gambling with his daughter's money?
A white guy who pulls up in a nice 2017 Volkswagen Passat is fucking rich or something. Just because he makes an assumption. He stereotyped me.
And trust me, your boy Cecil knows all about stereotyping people.
Hello, it's me, Chinaman from Japan. My name is Cheng Li. I like American women, and I like McDonald's with large fry, cheeseburger with ketchup, mustard, and pickle. It's Chinaman from Japan, Cheng Li, and I like American women and American muscle car.
Yeah, you looked at the face of a whole goofy.
You told me what to say when your friend came, and then you took my word as bond and fucking jotted me for $100. Now I'm broke. Now I got what, $5 till payday? I'm screwed, guys.
Yeah, and your boy must have been so depressed that he took the rest of his daughter's money and bought some drugs. Because he came live later on that night as if he was Candace Starr, lying to his subscribers, trying to make him think one of his songs made it on TV. I guess to make himself feel better. Check it out.
Oh shit. Cecil's on TV. Young boys think it's cool to gang bang, but it's not. I made it on TV.
What an idiot. And you can tell by his voice that he's high as shit right now, especially if he wants you to believe this bullshit. Now the clip that he's showing you was taken from a Vice documentary, and this is how it really looked. And And as you can see, there's no rapping going over that clip at all. But let's look at C-Love's clip again.
Oh shit. Cecil's on TV.
More like Cecil's on crack if he expects anybody to believe this bullshit. And as you can see, Cecil Noah's song was on TV. All the Goofy did was put his TV on picture-in-picture mode and play the song in the background. Now if you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, this dude can't get any more pathetic, I'm gonna have to tell you that you'd be wrong. Because here recently his past is coming back to haunt him again. And his confession video is starting to make the rounds. And your boy came out and put his foot in his mouth once again.
We all already know what happened. And for those y'all out there who don't, when I was 15 years old...
Man, the video just started. Your boy already lying. Let's remind him how old he was again, please.
That's what happened when I was 17. Straight up.
17-year-old boy, and there's younger girls, 10 or 11, or even younger.
Man, what a piece of shit.
My mom's second cousin's kids was at the house alone with me many times, and they try to do little nasty shit with me behind our parents' backs.
And now he's trying to downplay his original story to make his new subs not call him a chomo. Here's what he really said.
We were all doing sexual shit behind our parents' backs.
And I told on him.
More like he got caught and had to fess up to what the fuck he did.
And when I got busted doing things with her sexually,
I didn't go along with it. And we would have sex.
Doing sexual shit to each other.
Yeah, try again, chomo.
I didn't initiate nothing. Hell, it was never even my idea.
Because, you know, there was just no way for a 17-year-old not to sleep with an 8 and a 10-year-old, right?
And I did fall for the lust, because I would fall for it sometimes as well. Because I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
See what I mean? This chomo knew exactly what he was doing.
But nobody don't see men as victims.
How did this goofy not understand that if the kids were so young that they needed a babysitter, that they were probably way too young to be sleeping with?
My sister said she saw me with my hands down a girl's pants.
And anytime he tried to get his sister to clear his name, she never changed her story.
Rosie, do you think I'm a child molester?
No, I think it's something that you did. Don't be recording me. You haven't done nothing since then.
Rosie don't think I did anything since then. That doesn't mean that I did anything.
It means he did exactly what she said he did. And listen to the excuse he tried to give for it.
I could have been sleepwalking if she said she saw something. Me and Hetty already addressed that.
And since his daughter doesn't have a door on her bedroom, let's just hope your boy don't go sleepwalking one night.
And said that she threw a beer bottle at me.
Which clearly didn't knock any sense into this goofy.
How is my sister going to say that I did that when I knew the truth? The truth was they were trying to do stuff to me, not the other way around.
You looking at the face of a whole goofy. Now, was it that he couldn't fight off an 8 and a 10-year-old? Or could he not fight off
the lust? Because I would fall for it sometimes as well. Because I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
My cousin tried that shit. Tried to say that there was some other shit.
Now his cousin is accusing him of doing shit with his kid. This dude's a fucking chomo.
In the same situation with him. His kid tried to touch me numerous of times.
So you're telling me whenever this goofy is left around somebody's kid, that kid just all of a sudden tries to rape him? This is why the rest of his family stopped leaving kids around him.
Uncle Charlie is still mad at me after 5 years.
Yeah, there's no time limit on hating a chomo.
My daughter said to Uncle Charlie, why can't Skylin stay and play? I want to keep playing with her. Uncle Charlie said, because I have custody of her, and she does what I tell her to do, because she has to go, because I have to go.
And it's a good thing Uncle Charlie did that, because if he didn't, Cecil would have blamed his daughter for trying to molest him too.
He's still mad at me. He doesn't talk to me when he sees me.
Yeah, and that's a whole weird story in itself.
Oh, Cecil, he wouldn't let me in the house one day when I was staying with him because he was in there having sex with a guy. Bro, I was in there having sex with a female. And out of respect for her, I'm not going to say who she is. She's my sister's husband's niece.
Yeah, and I'm sure she tried to rape him too. Get the fuck out of here. This dude is a fucking weirdo.
Predators don't go and tell the parents.
Take it from this chomo, because he definitely should know.
Child molesters don't do anything besides sneak around.
And now he's on here describing exactly what he did.
And we were all doing sexual shit when behind our parents' back.
Now, since this idiot pretty much went live in 2023 and admitted to doing something with another family member, naturally everybody that ever called him a chomo pretty much felt validated. And they came live and talked about it. Check it out.
And my problem with him is that he went on a stream, admitted to molesting children, blamed it on the fact that he was a child himself, which he wasn't. He was an adolescent, a young adult.
Something that goofy still doesn't get through his head.
And my view isn't on just a confession video or a childhood testimony video or whatever he wants to word it. It's the subsequent videos that have followed since that video.
If I was guilty, I'd be out there trying to explain myself every day.
And here we are 4 years later and your boy done confessed like 100 times.
Where first he's denying he ever did it. Then he says, yeah, he made the video, but it's not what he said. We changed it. We Michael Bay'd it.
Too stupid to see that the video was edited.
Yeah, try again, Chomo. There was nothing edited about that video or the other 100 confession videos that he's made so far.
To excusing the behavior because of a medical sleeping issue.
Could have been sleepwalking if she said she saw something. Me and Hetty already addressed that.
To the girls were hot.
2 little hot girls. You feel as hot at the time. These girls were not ugly little girls.
Somebody really needs to slap the shit out of this dude.
And to comparing his own child to what he considers to be, fully developed.
Oh, they were only 10 years old. My daughter is fully developed and having a period at 10 years old. So what does 10 years old have to do with anything? Little girls are fully developed at 10 years old.
Yeah, this dude's a sick fuck.
All of those videos have, for me, cemented what he said he did and how he excuses it away. Even these last 7 videos.
Trust me, there's still a lot more funny shit for you to see.
His sister, who very clearly stated in a phone call that as far as she knows, he hasn't done those things since then, which means that in her mind, she still believes that what he did was wrong.
That's an understatement. More like what he did was sick as fuck.
And you've made it very clear what you stand for.
Right.
You know, you made it very clear what you stand for. And you expose bad people, man.
He sure does. And here recently, he exposed another chomo. But your boy Cecil just happened to catch wind of that live stream. And he decided to jump online and make himself look like even more of a chomo by defending him. Check it out.
So, RV.
Don't you really hate when these goofy gotta eat and talk at the same time?
You're going after a woman?
And you can already tell by the dumb look on his face that he's about to say something fucking stupid.
Just simply because he's a sex offender?
Told you you're gonna say something stupid. Your boy's acting like being a sex offender is just an okay situation. What a goofy.
Why are you so shocked that your arch enemy, Tammy, has reached out to me?
You see, RV exposed Tammy, who was a psychologist in her late 30s sleeping with a 16-year-old. And she had to register as a sex offender. And here's your boy Cecil on here defending her like a fucking dumbass.
She was that 16-year-old boy's psychologist.
Someone who was supposed to be helping a young kid with his mental problems. But just like Cecil, she took advantage of somebody she was put in charge of.
The worst thing that the judge seen in his eyes about that whole situation on Tammy's case is the fact that the 16-year-old boy that she was sleeping with was one of her psychiatrical treatment.
Come on, Goofy, spit it out.
It was one of her subjects. He was one of her customers.
The word he's looking for is patience, but you know, the drugs.
So just to prevent her from being allowed or being able to be around kids at the age of 16 and 17, the judge gave her an offer to plead guilty to go get registered. That way, he don't have to babysit her to make sure that she stays away from 16-year-olds.
It's called being a registered sex offender, and that's what usually happens to chomos.
I'm gonna tell you right now, If she wasn't that 16-year-old psychologist, she would have been charged. They wouldn't have been calling it rape. 16 is the legal consent age.
You know what's not the legal consent age? 8 and 10. That's why.
I should be a registered sex offender. If she wouldn't have met that boy through her profession, the judge wouldn't have made no big deal about it.
And the only reason he believes that is because he is as dumb as he looks.
And she's only considered a sex offender because she had to register to ensure the judge that she wouldn't be sleeping with any more 16-year-old men.
Oh, now he considers 16 to be a man. Because anytime we point out the fact that he shouldn't be sleeping with 10-year-olds at 16 and 17, this is what he says.
And regardless of what anybody wants to say, 16 is not grown. I was a little kid.
See what I mean about the chomo putting his own foot in his mouth? Your boy was a
16-year-old men. Do you believe that that boy was a kid at 16?
Compared to a 38-year-old woman, yes, 16 would be considered a kid. But what he's trying to do is justify what he did at 17 to a bunch of kids as young as
10 or 11, or even younger.
This is just a weirdo that needs to understand that when you're sleeping with 8 and 10-year-olds, when you're a
16-year-old men,
that people are going to call you a pedo.
In my argument, the same hater, same troll, same stalker says that I was a grown man at 15, 16, 17.
I'm pretty sure he just agreed that he was a
16-year-old men
when he was sleeping with the 8 and the 10-year-old that he was supposed to be babysitting. And like most criminals, your boy had to return to the scene of the crime.
RV, in my story, in my case, where I went and told on some little girls who were trying to be inappropriate with me 3 times.
3 times. What a fucking pedo. And again, he didn't tell on anybody.
I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
Now after that video, RV sent this dude a comment telling him that he's defending the pedophile and he's making himself look even guiltier. And your boy just doubled down.
I read part of RV's message. He said something about she got convicted of rape. Do some fucking research, Jesus Christ. Bro, I'm not like you. I'm not a troll. I don't research everybody I interact with trying to find dirt on everybody. Now I'm glad she did reach out to me.
Yeah, remember he said that. And if you're wondering why he's in the dark, it's because he had to sneak into the bathroom and go live so his wife didn't hear him.
She told me about her case before you did, RV. She told me that she was dating a 16-year-old and they got her for rape. Now, I don't consider people like her as predators.
Now, remember he said that because the very next day your boy went live. And trust me, when he turned that camera on, nothing but comedy came after that.
All day long, this goofy, crazy lady probably been making videos about me all day. I don't know. I don't watch dumb people.
Looks like it's trouble in paradise for your boy Cecil, because overnight him and Tammy turned on each other in a segment that I'm going to call Pedo versus Pedo, because these chomos go in. Check it out.
She keeps calling my cousin's phone, making threats. I got my cousin saving every fucking voicemail you send.
Funny how you never see his cousin in the video, because his cousin is just as real as his TV appearance.
And I know your first and last name and your phone number, so I can get a hold of your local authorities, your parole officer, somebody, and let them know what you're doing.
More like he's just going to go live and cry about it repeatedly.
Saying you're going to dox me for outing you, you outed yourself.
Nah, he definitely outed her, because he's the only one came out here talking about a story. She never said anything.
You knew what RB was going to say to me, so you went ahead and told me. But you didn't tell me not to tell anybody.
Well, since she went out of her way to tell him in secret, I'm pretty sure that she didn't want him going around telling anybody.
So it's actually your fault. But I want you to leave me alone. I'm not a drama channel.
Well, he should have thought about that before he started running them loose lips of his. Because if he thought the people that were after him for being a pedophile was bad, they'd just wait till he gets a load of Tammy.
And Cecil, get the hell over yourself, you little chicken shit boy.
Oh, y'all better light up now, because we got a live one on our hands.
This is where Highstreet calling me. Me calling him He must be dreaming.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This woman's crazy, and you might be right.
You think I care what you people think about me? I can take on any panel, anytime.
Oh, trust, I want no parts of this.
You're a little worried about being called a pedophile, you little bitch. So go screw yourself, little chicken shit. Ain't nobody called your ass. You called me.
Yeah, I bet he's starting to regret that shit now.
You made Charity believe that I called you? You gave your cousin's number out. I need some trust, bitch.
I don't even got a joke for that.
When somebody makes me angry, I lose all sense of reality.
And you know what? I'm gonna take her word for it.
Hey, this is Ronald. She loves Highstreet Music Carol. I'm not calling from my phone though. I'm actually calling from my cousin's phone. When you get this message, my cousin should be here for about an hour.
My cousin?
To talk to you.
Well,
I'm not trying to be funny about my phone number. It's just I've been burnt a lot.
I'm just a chicken shit.
Sure sounds like one.
You see how the sorry pedo called me? Duh!
Now I'm glad she did reach out to me.
Your boy eating those words like Percocets.
I'm from Kentucky. I have more clout than he does. Been trying to get him for a while. Trolling RV2. I admit it. But the pedophile, I was fucking messed with. You watch me get on him. Before any of you.
Looks like Cecil got one pissed off pedo on his hands. And once he saw this video, he wasn't too happy about it.
Ain't got nothing to hide about this punk.
She's talking to RB.
Who trolls Highstreet all the time. For being a pedophile.
You hear what she said? For being a pedophile. Look, you old geezer. I'm not a pedophile.
At this point, it's well established that your boy's a pedo.
You just slandered me. That right there goes to show that you're going along with what this man is saying.
I think she's just going along with what the facts are.
This is why I knew this lady was a snake, y'all. She's even calling me one.
Now, when Cecil thought his problems couldn't get any worse, things were just getting started. But your girl Tammy was still pissed. And she gave your boy Cecil something else to cry about. If you can't tell, you're looking at the face of a broken fraud.
Guys, I'm not saying who this phone belongs to because it's really nobody's business. For one, that this is my little girl's phone.
You can tell by the dumbass look on his face that your boy done fucked up again.
I would not recommend continuing. Give me a second.
Your boy had to leave the room so he didn't wake Hetty up, because he don't want her to hear how he fucked up again.
The only reason why this lady even knows this specific number is because I trusted her when she told me that she was being stalked for 7 years by RV Charity Drive.
And that's your boy getting caught in a lie again. So when he said,
I'm not calling from my phone though. I'm actually calling from my cousin's phone.
he was completely full of shit. Just like when he said this.
She keeps calling my cousin's phone. I got my cousin saving every fucking voicemail you send.
Man, this Goofy is the world's worst liar.
You don't even deserve the respect of calling you ma'am. You're a sicko.
You know what they say, takes one to know one.
You sexually targeted a 16-year-old boy.
Well, according to this dude, she was targeting
16-year-old men. For your own sexual pleasure. You are disgusting.
There he goes lying again, because he just said,
I don't consider people like her as predators.
You're looking at the face of a whole Goofy.
That phone number is actually my 12-year-old daughter's phone.
So even though RV was nice enough to warn him.
I read part of RV's message. He said something about she got convicted of rape. Do some fucking research, Jesus Christ.
Cecil decided to say fuck it and give this person his daughter's phone number, because he's a fucking idiot.
You were bragging about how you were going to dox my phone number on YouTube, not knowing that it belongs to a 12-year-old little girl.
I mean, I guess she wouldn't know since he said.
I'm actually calling from my cousin's phone.
When I called you on the phone, I didn't know you were a sex offender at the time.
And that goofy goes lying again. Because we literally just watched her make a whole video defending her because she was a sex offender.
And she's only considered a sex offender because she had to register to ensure the judge that she wouldn't be sleeping with any more 16-year-old men.
To be fair, your boy probably got high and forgot he made that video.
I gave you my daughter's number because I figured, she's being stalked for 7 years like I am by the same people. She's not going to get mad at me. She's not going to blow the phone up for over a week.
No, he should have saw that coming since he came on YouTube claiming,
I have predictive psychic abilities where I can literally predict people's past, present, or future.
And people who sleep with 16-year-old underage boys usually are mentally unstable.
kind of like weirdo little dudes that go around sleeping with kids that are
10 or 11, or even younger. And y'all notice on this video, I haven't said her name. I haven't said who she is.
Yeah, because your boy's a
little chicken shit.
And because a mistake that you made by blabbering your mouth about your sex crime.
You gotta excuse him. What he meant to say was the crime he came out and told everybody about.
You're blaming me for why people know about it now when I did not know it was supposed to be some kind of secret.
He still doesn't realize that he's the only goofy that likes to come online talking about his sex crimes.
You don't even realize how sloppy you are about incriminating yourself on YouTube.
And that's funny coming from the goofy whose wife has to yell at him constantly about being sloppy on YouTube.
Oh, you fucked up. You talked about too much on YouTube. I always would tell you, don't talk about your shit. Don't talk about your personal shit.
People make
Why do you
mistakes.
think I don't even have a fucking Facebook?
I didn't think people was going to try to fucking persecute me. These people are disturbed.
You don't think.
He sure doesn't.
Lady, just because you're a female doesn't mean people don't think you're a sicko for being a registered offender.
Well, normal people find it to be sick. Cecil, on the other hand,
I don't consider people like her as predators. And you did it through your profession. You did it through your place of business. That is disgusting.
and Cecil knows all about doing disgusting shit on the job.
He had two daughters who I would babysit. He was like 5 or 6 years younger than me and my brother.
I tried to defend you. You did not tell me to keep what you told me about yourself privately. I'm still trying to protect you in some ways by not having videos directly about your name or your YouTube channel. I'm still trying to give you the opportunity to have peace, at least with me.
So now that our boy Geppetto over here just tried to befriend and protect a chomo, of course the internet saw it, and everybody would live to talk about it. But the funniest live was order of magnitudes. Check it out.
This video got me a bit rattled.
Like any normal person should be.
And now, let's go for it, okay? He has what you call an alliance. Okay?
They're called the League of Chomos.
Because someone has come to him saying that, RV Charity Drive has stalked me or has a problem with me. No, I'll be honest, I don't know what is going on between RV Charity Drive and this woman. Apparently, though, she is convicted of rape in terms of she's with a 16-year-old. And Cecil goes on this, I'll show you, and sticks up for this.
And as you can see, your boy did himself no favors.
They didn't find her guilty, she pled guilty.
Right, okay, so she was accused of rape for raping a 16-year-old, but they didn't find her guilty, she pled guilty. Okay, but if she was innocent, why didn't she go, no, I'm fucking innocent?
Something you would think Cecil would ask himself, but you know, the drugs.
That's not a good thing, Cecil, dickhead.
And I'm not defending her either. I tried to defend you. I'm still trying to protect you in some ways by not having videos directly about your name.
That's exactly what you're doing, defending her.
So she had to register.
Register?
Now, I don't consider people like her as predators.
Oh, she had to register.
What the hell?
Right.
That's the same reaction I had when I heard him say that shit.
I don't consider her a predator, even though she's registered as a predator.
Well, then tell me what is one.
Here's one for you.
I should be a registered sex offender.
But you keep bringing up all these different events, all these different things, all these different, times when it's it's not my fault, but this happened. This child grabbed onto me, that child grabbed onto me. Oh, and then you say this happens all the time?
Sorry, but
this happens all the time to normal people, all the time.
In all my years of life, I have never known anybody to have children grab onto them every 5 minutes.
I've never been grabbed onto. Am I not normal then, Cecil?
Now, a funny thing happened while this was going on. Cecil went live at the same time, and your boy had a nervous breakdown.
Oh, these people are dumb. Y'all see why I don't watch them? Because they want you guys to hate me. They want you guys to hate me, so they go around telling people I'm a child molester.
So he's a molester because he got touched by some young girls and he told on them.
You didn't know.
But if that same young man dates a 30-something-year-old woman, then she's a rapist.
It's all...
Right? Is that how it works?
Yes, mate, it's all wrong. It's all fucking wrong. All of it's wrong, mate. It's all wrong. Both situations are wrong. What do you want me to say?
Oh my God, those poor girls. Oh my God, those poor girls. Those poor little babies. Oh, Cecil needs help. Cecil needs help in his brain. Ew, he's a sicko.
And as you can see, this live got Cecil over on his channel going full goofy.
This brings me to my other point. You sticking up for Cyrax.
He does like death metal or whatever. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. And he lives in his mom's basement.
And this is Cyrax, another one of Cecil's pedo pals. And just like Tammy, he likes to defend him as well.
And the same drama community is trolling him.
Dude, do you know anything about Cyrax? Do you? I don't think you do.
He's just trying to do good things, regardless if people like him or think he's good at anything or whatever.
And wait until you hear some of the so-called good things Cyrax likes to do.
Cyrax has sexually assaulted a blind little boy.
Yeah, he really did do that shit. And somebody got an interview with the victim, and this shit is pretty fucked up. So I'm warning you in advance.
Yeah, I just remember I was either on my belly on the floor or I think I was searching for something. And the next thing I already know is I'm in a doggy style position and my pants and underwear come off, or at least down to the ankles. And he basically gets behind me and just starts rubbing himself on my ass, basically. He flipped me onto my back, or at least moved me onto my back, and ended up sucking and jerking me off until I ended up ejaculating. And he seemed to have enjoyed that, because when I was about ready to ejaculate, he had said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I can hear it."
He said I can hear it. What a weirdo. And he justifies it because he said it happened when he was...
When I was 16, 17 years old, around that time period.
It's like these chomos read from the same script.
16, 17.
How fucked up is that? He has been caught numerous times grooming little girls underage. And yes, sending dick pics like you.
It's like these chomos just don't give a fuck. Yeah, your boy just got called out on live stream by somebody's mother for sending her 13-year-old daughter naked pictures of himself.
But he's a nice guy.
Alright, stop and fucking listen for a minute, alright? Look.
Yeah, he hung up that phone real quick. It's like these chomos are twin brothers or something.
Pick.
It's like chomo see, chomo do.
Some girl screenshot me after hounding to see my wiener. That's exactly what it was. I knew she was a troll. Hetty knew about that too. We played along to see. That's what it was.
Like I said, your boy's like the worst liar on the planet.
I don't care if it's screenshot or not.
How can you send dick pics when you've got a wife that looks after you?
Oh, she said it was fine. Go for it. That's my form bullshit.
I'll tell you what,
Bitch, shut up. Order a bag of vagina. Shut up, bitch.
That's 17, a 17-year-old.
Shut up, bitch.
It's completely, like 17. It doesn't.
Shut up.
You know, that's the age level we're talking about.
Shut up.
Girl here, 17.
Shut the fuck up.
It doesn't work.
Order of magnitude. Shut the fuck up, punk. And tell your ugly wife to shut the fuck up, too.
Your boy big mad.
Jesus Christ, Cecil, you're an idiot. You're an idiot on so many fronts. I thought I had it all covered with you. You're a tool.
Do you know how retarded you people sound? You people don't even know me, and you're over here calling an innocent person a chomo.
Now, throughout this video, all this dude has done is shown to everybody that he is most definitely not innocent, and he's definitely a chomo. But this last clip I'm about to show you pretty much puts the nail in your boy's coffin and proves what everybody ever said about him, that he's a certified creep. Now what you're looking at is one of the cameras that your boy set up because he was scared RV and Shredder were going to come and put letters on his car. But wait till you see what he did with these cameras.
Alright, I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Yeah, Hetty's on her way to work, but Xandra has one of her friends over. Now watch what happens when he goes to switch his cameras. Now this dude came online for weeks talking about he put these cameras up to watch his car because YouTubers were coming to his house putting little letters on them. So why is there a camera set up in the room where his daughter and her friend plays, hidden behind these flowers right here?
See, I can select each camera and then select the sound.
And what this creepy little fuck isn't telling you is that that's the room that his daughter uses to get dressed and sleep in. And we had to censor the video out because his daughter's walking around without pants on. And this fucking asshole was sitting there recording the shit. Another question you need to ask yourself is why did these cameras start working conveniently right before Xandra started having her sleepover? And why is the camera positioned right at the bed that Xandra and her friend were sleeping on? Weird, right?
So I'm turning the cameras off?
Or like somebody needs to go check this chomo's computer. There's no telling what he's been recording with those cameras while Xandra had her friends over.
To respect my daughter's privacy, and I'm going to talk to her about that too. Like Xandra, if it ain't your bedroom or the bathroom, don't change your clothes.
What the fuck is wrong with this goofy? She was in her bedroom, and there shouldn't have been a camera in there in the first place. This dude always wants to put the blame on somebody else. And this is why I say he's a whole goofy and a complete fucking piece of shit.
Those cameras ain't recording unless I hit record anyways. Or at nighttime, they record.
And since his daughter just had a sleepover, and his camera records at night, CPS might want to know what your boy plans on doing with that video.
So I'm going to have to talk to her about that, like Xandra. Don't be changing your clothes throughout the house.
Well, since she wasn't changing her clothes around the house, she was changing her clothes in her bedroom. Because, you know, most people don't expect their creepy-ass dad to set up a camera in their 12-year-old daughter's bedroom. I mean, it takes a real creep to come online and do half the shit that this goofy does. I mean, some of the shit he says should really have him locked up. And if you have kids, you really should keep an eye out for them. Because there's creeps like Cecil, Tammy, and Cyrax in every town. And one of them might pop up in yours one day. And with that being said, that's where I'm going to end this episode. I hope you had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, hit the Cash App for your boy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Hey, my life is in shambles. Will somebody help me, please?
I live in a drug-infested neighborhood with a bunch of whores running around selling their pockets, hot pockets for heroin. I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
If these people think they're funny, they're not funny. They're losers from hell.